Hello, ADC family. I thought I would share with you an application I was working on that impressed me. I've got an application where I was going to consider the T30 Radar, but there were some application details that I thought were going to be obstacles that I was so impressed with the performance, I thought I'd share it with you guys. What I've got here is a T30R. Looking through, this is one of the tank wells for a capacitive sensor that we normally use, threaded onto the barrel. This is a 1/2-inch NPT pipe. The application is customers pumping a food and beverage ingredient through a horizontal pipe as it comes out the bottom of a tank. They currently use conductive probes, but a lot of their material is not very conductive, and so they just have no faith in them whatsoever. I am looking at a capacitive sensor, a 12 millimeter barrel. We have a 1/2-inch NPT tank well that looks promising, but I was also testing this radar. And I mentioned the 1/2-inch NPT tank well because that was one of those details that I thought would be an obstacle. They currently have 1/2-inch NPT openings into this pipe, and doing something to create a larger opening is going to be is going to increase the scope of work quite a bit. And they got about 40 tanks. So what I've got here is if we could thread this into that 1/2-inch NPT opening, I was wondering, could I actually look through some kind of sanitary, plastic? I'm not sure if this is really sanitary or not, but it's the closest thing I had to test. But actually look through that, ignore it, position the 1/2-inch NPT pipe so I could sense through the middle of it and pick up a target on the other side of this pipe, which the target actually could potentially come all the way up as well as the pipe flows. But then pick that up with this radar sensor, and I was very impressed with the results. In fact, if you look here down here at the bottom, look at my right foot, the T30 stack light is going to be used as our output indicator. Just to show you that it works, there you go. But you can see right now I'm sensing this battery through the pipe. Here's an actual sample of my customer's product, which is just a little syrupy sugar water. And they want to sense it. I'm using an empty cup as my target I don't want to sense, because in their application, I'll have at least 3 or 4 inches to work with, but when the product is not there, I got to make sure I don't trigger on the other side of the pipe that we're pumping through. So I might get some trips as I move the lid in and out. And just so you know, the way that I'm ignoring it is I've set the maximum active sensing range beyond what the level of the liquid is. So even though the cup surprisingly turns into a pretty good target, it's ignoring it because it's just the empty cup is too far away. The bottom is too far away. So check out our indicator light down here. I'm going to bring in the cup. Not getting any kind of output. If I bring it in close, I'll get an output. But here's kind of where I want to measure it from. Nothing happening. If I bring in my my customer's liquid, stays on, no problem. So through the Teflon, down the middle of the pipe, and senses the liquid. I thought that was really, really impressive. And here, I'll show you what I did with the software as I take you off the tripod. All right, so here's the setup. And from a software standpoint, right here is where I set the maximum active sensing range, and I just put in the empty cup to see where I needed to, in the cup with liquid in it, to see where I needed to set it. And that's really the main thing I checked here, and I'm just using the discrete output. I think this sensor has an analog. And here I'll show signal strength. So let's take the empty cup. We will bring it in. First, notice the little gray circle would be green if the output was on. We get a really good signal strength return from this empty cup, but because it's beyond my max distance, it's not even registering a value. So let me take that away. And we bring in the customer's product, and you can see there we have lots of signal strength. The green LED is on, well, the faux LED if you want to call it, and we're also getting a distance reading. So pretty darn impressive. I'm really excited about this sensor. Normally we've been thinking of this, or told to think of this, as a long-range sensor, but I've got about, this is my third, what I would say, fairly short-range application, and I've just been really, really impressed. Take some testing, you got to look at the targets, see the results, but so far, very promising for some applications that we really haven't had a solution for before, or a better solution when something we offered might have been less than perfect. So anyway, T30R, very, very happy with it. Have fun selling.